All the way down, sir.
What?
All the way down, Tina?
All the way down.
I wonder if they were all sold out when I got there. When did you buy it?
5 minutes before.
Did you buy it today?
She doesn't have any teeth yet. Yeah. She doesn't like super sweet. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good shoe sale. It was complete. I was like really excited about it. But then I was like, wait a minute, I have multiple guitars and I have a copy of guitar here. It's just the box is beautiful, and that's why.
I think I have the Toyota Tuna box. I think I need two. So I have 2 and 3 on the PS2, and then I have 2 and 3 on the 360.
Yeah, and like
Mic check 1 2 1 2. So it's clear that I'm out of touch with what collectors are trying to spend their money on. Why do I say that? I recently went to a trade event where different collectors and vendors were able to come and set up their little booths and tables to be able to sell retro games, whatever, action figures, so on and so forth. And I think I treated the event a little bit too much like almost like a gaming convention. And that was a mistake that I made because it clearly was not a gaming convention. It was really more just a place where people could see if they could trade maybe some of their mid to low end stuff. Now there were people there that had some really good stuff, some good Super Nintendo stuff. I saw people with some PlayStation 1 stuff. I saw a couple Silent Hills. I saw some good stuff there, but what I also saw was that a lot of that good stuff didn't sell. Like no one wanted it. No one was interested in buying it. And for me, I sold nothing of any real significant value. It's not to say that I didn't have any sales. I did have some sales. Some people bought some things. But a lot of what was purchased were, lower end, lower tiered items that just were not. Sorry, I need to take a sip of this coffee here. But they were items that just were not really that valuable. A lot of $10 to $15 items, a lot of stuff like that. So, and it kind of taught me something, right? It taught me something about where the general public, and obviously I can't base the entire general public off of one local meetup, but this kind of goes back to just the state of retro game collecting, right? And retro game hunting and everything kind of in between. And it reminds me of a video that I saw yesterday from Mort's Garage where he was kind of asking like, is like retro video games is it dead? And I commented under Mort's video and I said it's not dead, but I do think that it has a cold. And I think the cold is brought on by, or has been brought on by, just tight financial constraints. I had a lot of people come to the booth, come to my table, and I could see that there were a good amount of people who wanted to buy things. They wanted to purchase certain things. A lot of people said that, they really liked some of the items that I had, but I could definitely tell that the price tag was a bit daunting. And it's not like I had, prices priced super high. I think I had everything priced either at around price charting level or below. And I was even negotiable. I was giving people 20% off certain items, 15% off certain items. Like I was willing to cut deals. But I think that, the finances, right, are different. And collectors, to me, there are levels of collectors. You have the collector who is, operating on a shoestring budget. Maybe they're flipping items to be able to buy video games. Maybe they're working off of lunch money. maybe they have a lot of bills and they have a very tight game collecting budget. You have those people. Then you have the collectors who, you know, work a full-time job. Maybe they have a job that's bringing them in significant income. And, you know, those collectors they have the disposable income to buy, you know, more higher priced games, or just buy more games in bulk, right? And when I left there, I had to start thinking about who's the type of person that buys cheaper games, mid-tier games, and then really expensive games. And for the people that are buying really expensive games, and this could just be me, you guys could let me know down in the comments, but if there are any people out there who are still buying expensive video games, my thought process is that 9 times out of 10, they're buying them either online, or they're buying them at a store that's very local to them or very easy for them to get to, because they have the financial ability to buy these games with ease. So they're not going to put themselves at a disadvantage by driving a far distance or going to a busy convention or going to a meetup. 9 times out of 10, those folks just want to spend the money, get the game, and add it into their collection. And so the easiest way for most folks to do that is really just to go online. Because if you go online, so just for instance, let's say you're a collector and you're looking for a complete in-box copy of Super Metroid for the Super Nintendo. And if you have the money, odds are you're not going to be driving around looking for a complete in-box copy of Super Nintendo, trying to find it at a yard sale or a thrift store, or, you know, hoping that you find it at your local game store. No. If you really want a copy of Super Metroid complete in box with all the inserts, everything in 9 out of 10 condition, odds are the first place you're going is going to be eBay. Because you want to, A, buy it from a trusted and reputable seller. 2, you want to buy it in the condition that you want it in, right? So you're going to want to see the pictures. You're going to want to make sure that the game looks as good as the seller is claiming that it is. And you're going to want to have the ease and comfort of knowing, A, it's just going to be shipped straight to my door, and B, if I don't like it, I can send it back. And what happens is when you go to conventions or when you buy things at a trade event or whatever the case may be, there's no return policy on that, right? You don't have a buyer satisfaction. There's no buyer guarantees. It's just, you know, it's very raw. It's a raw sales transaction. And I think that, and I could be wrong, some of you resellers, if you're a reseller, let me know. If you sell on eBay or Amazon, if you do the trade shows, if you do the whatnots, let me know. But I would think that the higher priced items are being sold more so online than necessarily at like a trade event or a thrift store or anything like that, or at a swap meet or whatever the case may be. Now, another reference point that I have for just this thought process that I had is I think to like Goodwill, right? Even Goodwill, they no longer, like their higher priced retro video games, they typically don't sell those in store. Now, now it's not to say that you won't walk into a Goodwill and find one, but what I'm seeing more often than not is that Goodwill is taking their higher priced items, shipping them to whatever warehouse they have for them to be cleaned and then posted and listed online at market prices. So even Goodwill knows, okay, look, if this is at a certain dollar amount, we're just going to take it and list it online and then let whoever wants to purchase it at this price come in and purchase it at that price. And I think that's what's happening. And so it's led me to start thinking about how I want to go about selling certain items in my collection. And I'm considering a few things. I already have like the eBay stores and the Mercaris and all that type of stuff. But the one thing that I've never tried is Amazon. And it's something that I'm considering going into this fourth quarter, because I think I have some pretty cool items that I think people would definitely enjoy, especially with Christmas coming up. Maybe they want to give them away as Christmas gifts. Maybe collectors, you know, maybe they get a Christmas bonus. They want to add some games. I think I have some cool items that people would want to add, but I think I just need to make sure that I'm putting these items in front of the right audience for them to purchase them. But I'm interested to know what you think. What do you think about this current retro gaming market? What do you think about the economy and the impact that it's having on people's ability to purchase games? And do you think that online is the best route to go when it comes to buying retro games or selling retro games? Because I know a lot of the people who follow my channel, most of you are probably buyers of video games and you are sellers of video games. And I really want to know, where do you feel the most comfortable buying some of your more expensive games? Do you feel more comfortable buying them online, or do you feel more comfortable buying them in a store? Let me know down in the comments. It's the Y2K Collector. I will catch you in the next video. Take it easy.